if I play and stick with the chord tones, meaning the notes of the chord, the arpeggio, then I'm guaranteed that it's all going to sound good. Well, at least it won't sound like what it just sounded like. So just sticking to the chord tones. Here's my new chord. So there, I was just sticking to all the notes in the chord. Everything sounded great, lovely, or totally cool. But it's a little vanilla. We can spice it up. We can add stuff to create tension. And then when we create tension in music, we want to resolve it. So when I played earlier, all I did was play notes that were basically a half step below each of my chord tones. So let's see what I did on the piano. So instead of playing an F major chord, I played an E major chord. Instead of C, I played B. Instead of D minor, I played D flat minor. B. Instead of B flat, I played an A flat or an A major. Now you may ask yourself, why would I do that? Well, here's what we're working on. So when we talk about these leading tones or these approach notes, what we're talking about is playing the notes a half step below the chord, but not doing it like I did, because that was all tension and no resolution. So the way we resolve these arpeggios or these approach notes is to, approach and then land on the actual chord tone. Let me explain a little bit what I mean. So here's the note F in the F chord. So when they play that F chord in the chord progression, if I play an F, I'm going to sound good. Another thing I can do is I could play the note below F, which is an E, okay? And then play the F note. And so you get this sort of like, woo, that's a little nasty, but then I resolve it. This is a big secret in melody writing, improvisation, where you could literally play any note you want as long as you resolve it. And I'll mention this because we do this with the scales videos too. We do have leading tones, but we also have passing tones where we go between two good notes. It doesn't happen in arpeggios. So that's astonishing, because you're going to be sitting there going, wait, man, I'm just trying to play the right the right notes, and now you tell me I can play wrong notes? Don't think of them as wrong notes. Think of them, right, as notes that are approaching the good notes, or the notes that are in the chord. So here's my A. This is the third of the chord. I can actually play this A flat over the chord. It doesn't sound very pleasant, but if I resolve it, that sounded amazing. And now again, you can manipulate it by bending the notes, or pushing more air into it. I can slide off it like a grace note. There's all different ways to manipulate these notes on your instrument. But again, that note sucks. But if I resolve it, now I introduce tension resolution. So now the E to the F, nice, A flat to the A, and the tension will last as long as I stay on that note. So if I just want to throw a little flavor in there, I can just, like you almost barely hear it, right? If I want to give a little more tension, as long as that note resolves, people won't be too bothered by it.